anthem.
A much anticipated season of San Diego State football begins on Saturday against New Hampshire with the Sky Show game. And joining us tonight on Valley View Casino and Hotel Sports Extra to talk Aztecs Associate Head Coach and Offensive Coordinator Jeff Horton. Coach, good to see you.
Ben, great for having us down here. We're excited about it.
All right, I'll just come right out and ask you, how good can this team be? Everyone wants to know. They've won 10 in a row coming into the season.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we got to start that all over again with the new season, but a lot of good players back, a lot of young guys coming up. They've worked really hard since January when we started back in the off season. Summer camp went really well, and we're excited about next Saturday.
Last year, you guys started 1-3 and then ripped off that winning streak. How do you avoid the slow start? What was the key to kind of building the momentum last year?
I think just getting confidence in what we were doing. We started slow. I didn't know if I was going to make it till November there at 1-3. We were struggling, but the kids really believed in what we were doing, and things started happening in that really the second half of the Penn State game, we played much better. And then we didn't lose after that. We got on a roll, and physically, we controlled things up front. I always say no matter how good your running back may be, you still got to move some people off the ball, and offensive line did that. And then Coach Long's defense, they're fun to watch. I'm glad that we don't have to go against them anymore, that now we start playing other people.
All right, you mentioned the running back. Let's talk about Donnell Pumphrey. You're the running back coach as well, so you work with him closely. Some people have said Heisman-like talent. What do you think about his chances? Obviously, that requires a lot of carries as well, and you've got depth at that position, which is going to make it hard to get him enough touches to get him a Heisman candidacy.
Yeah, we do. We try to give him the ball a lot of different ways. He was our leading receiver last year. We have him running back punts this year as well as offensively. Our job is to get the ball in the playmaker's hands, but he's one of our hardest workers, if not the hardest worker out there. Fun to coach, very competitive, has a chip on his shoulder. He really likes getting after it, and he's a dynamite player now. It's a long shot, obviously, on a Heisman Trophy thing. A guy like Marshall Faulk didn't even win it, and they still may be the best players, but so much bias out there in the media and different things. But Donnell's the first one to say this is a team, and he just wants to do well so that the team does well.
Now, as associate head coach, you're like Rocky Long's right-hand man. Now, we all know Rocky really cares about the defense, so I imagine you get a lot of freedom on the offensive side of the ball. What's that been like for you?
It's great. We're kind of our own separate deal. But also, when I know the head coach is also the D coordinator, the last thing I want to do is go 3 and out and have him looking down the sidelines and me wondering, like, what the heck's going on out there. So we're kind of old school with what we do. We still believe in running the football and knocking people around. I always say the best defense is a fresh defense, so if we control the tempo of the game, keep the defense off the field, then when they get out there, they can do their thing. And what we do, not many people do anymore, so everybody wants to spread it out and look all cute and sexy, and like I always say, when you look at me, there's nothing cute and sexy about me, so we're going to continue to pound the football and get after people.
First game against New Hampshire on Saturday. I don't know anything about New Hampshire. I can barely tell it from Vermont on a map, but I know Rocky's going to take it very seriously. He'll have them sounding like Notre Dame by the end of the week, but what's this matchup like for you guys?
Well, it's a tough matchup. All games are tough. The days of just showing up and playing don't happen anymore. We got to be at our best. A little tidbit, Chip Kelly was the offensive coordinator at New Hampshire before he went to Oregon as the offensive coordinator. They still do a lot of those things offensively. They've been 12 straight years in the FCS playoffs, so they do a great job with that, and we'll have to be ready to go.
Well, Coach, good luck this season. Hopefully that winning streak just keeps running on, and it's great to have you in.
Thanks for having us. Anyway, we can get Aztec football out there. We need the Q down there really rocking and rolling.
All right, Sdsu Associate Head Coach Jeff Horton, still to come.